Good morning, parents. I want to give you a whole week's worth of ideas that you can use for your preschool or pre-K student, kindergarten. And the theme for this week is pirates. So let's head on into the classroom and I'll show you the lesson plan and I'll show you all of the activities that we did this week. So the Pirates theme was very, very fun. We did it in my online classes this past week. So I want to share with you all of the things that we did, starting with the lesson plan. You can get a copy of this at my website. And as you can see, there are activities for all week, Monday through Friday. So on Monday, and also if you look at the top, you can see there are activities for every single subject area too. So this is a really complete curriculum and it's a fun way to keep those skills intact over the summer so that when fall comes, your little ones are hitting the ground running when school begins again. So for Monday, we just introduced the Pirates theme and we decorated the letter P. So I said that pirates love to look for treasure and X marks the spot. So I just decorated the letter P with lots of little X's. And so you can also get these on my website. So all of the links for all of this will be below. And then the next thing we did, let's go back. The sound that P makes is pa, pa, pa. So for a game, I just, let me come back out and show you this. I just took a popcorn bucket and I just put the letters into the popcorn bucket and I just let them, come out like that. And the kids popped up and they said the letter and the letter sound. Actually, I think they just said the letter name. So it depends on what you're working on. So this is how you play popcorn. Now, if your children are still learning the letter sounds, if they just still need to practice, P says pa, then you can just, or if they're just working on letter recognition, maybe you can just pull out lots of random letters and make a lot of the letters, just make them on index cards, a lot of the letters, letter P. So you could just pull out an S and a T and a P. And when they see a P, they have to pop. Now that's what I do for the very youngest. The students that I'm teaching this summer already knew that letter P says pa, 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 and how to recognize letter P. So I just made them say the letters that they saw. They had to pop up and say W, U, and that was how we played popcorn this week. But for letter sound practice, if you want to use this idea, just put lots of letters that you put on index cards, random letters, but let some of the letters be P more often than not. And so then students have to say, oh, that's a P, and then maybe they can say pa, pa, pop, like popcorn, you're popping up. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so we also did a special sound for language and literacy today, or this day on Monday. We did AR says R like a pirate. So I taught them AR says R as in car, jar, far, bar, tar. So we just kind of practiced reading those. For math, we did a roll and add activity, and that looked like this. They roll the dice, 2 dice, and then they added those dots together, and that gave them the answer. So it's just a very simple way to add. And I like if you use 2 dots because they can see very easily that, this many dots plus this many dots added together equals, I'll show you that really fast. So when you do 2 dice, you see they can say 2 plus 5 and then put them together and they can add them all. And then they were to color on that little worksheet the answer. Okay, so that was that. Let's see. The art today, or for this day, was a pirate hook. And we just took a paper cup and I just took tinfoil and just kind of wound it around like that. And then we put that in the top of a paper cup and made a pirate's hook. And they could decorate that. And another idea is if you have a plastic hanger, you can just, grown-ups can snap off the top of it. And that also makes a really cool pirate's hook. Arr. So you can choose which way. We just did the tinfoil because more often than not, everybody has tinfoil and not everyone has a plastic hanger. Okay, so that was that. Let's see what book we read for that day. For Monday, we read The Grumpy Pirate, and the links for these books will be on the lesson plan that you can get at my website, the link to go right to where you can get that book. For Tuesday, it was letter Y, and Y is for yo ho ho. Y says yeah, 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 as in yell. So we played a little game, and I asked the kids questions like, what's your favorite color? And they had to yell out the answer. What's your favorite TV show? And they yelled out the answer. What do you like to eat? What's your favorite food that makes you say yummy? And they yelled out the answer. So we practiced Y says yeah, 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 as in yell. We put yarn on our letter Y. That's how we decorated. And for our math for this day, we did, let me look and see, addition 3, 4, and 5. So I think that was this, that was just another worksheet where we were looking at words that say R. There's the addition all the way to 5. And you can see there's a code. If the answer is 3, you color it purple. 4, color it green. 5, color it blue. So that was a very simple addition sheet for math. And for art, we did just a pirate telescope. I'll show you that, but let me tell you, the book was Pirate Boy by Eve Bunting. And there's our little telescope. You can just use a piece of paper rolled up. If you have a paper towel roll, you can do the same thing with a paper towel roll. So that was our art for Tuesday. For Wednesday, G was for gold. G says g, 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 as in gold. To decorate the letter G, we did some coin rubbings on the letter G. And to practice the letter G sound, there's the coin rubbings. We just put coins up under and rubbed on top of those. So there's a penny you can see, and quarter. So for the game, we just took fun cups and we just practiced making that letter G sound. G says g, 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 g. What does G say? G says g, 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 g. Sounds like you're gulping water. G says g, 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 g. I'm sure you probably have tons of these in your drawer, and those were great for practicing letter G in a fun way. For art, we did this really cool treasure map. So all I have to do is, I'll put the link for this printable, but you could also just very quickly draw a simple treasure map on a piece of paper, tear the sides, and then crumple it up, and then spread it back out, and then rub it with some a tea bag that has been used and that you've saved. You can do that, makes it look aged like this. Or, so I used the tea bag down here. I did 3 different ideas to show you. So I rubbed the tea bag in the middle here. I used coffee. So I just took some coffee grounds that had been used, mixed them with a little water and a paintbrush, and I just painted on with the coffee mixture. And at the top, I just used a brown crayon. So you can see that either of those methods worked fine. So pick one and let your child make an old-fashioned treasure map. And then maybe you can hide treasure somewhere around the house and they can try to figure out where the treasure is. That would be fun. Okay, so let me see what the book for that day was. Pete the Cat Treasure by James Dean. And that was a lot of fun. For math that day, I didn't share that, but we did coin identification. So I taught them the 4 basic coins in America: penny, nickel, dime, and quarter. And we sang this song: penny, nickel, dime, and quarter. Penny, nickel, dime, and quarter. Penny, nickel, dime, and quarter. These are the 4 coins. For Thursday, H was for hat. We decorated the H with happy face stickers. H says, ha, ha, ha. So we practiced the letter H sound by running. I set the timer for about 15 seconds and I said, run, run, run. as fast as you can, run around, run around, run around. When you hear the bell beep, come back, and let's listen to how we're breathing. And of course, we just were huffing and puffing, because letter H says, Okay, the craft for this day was a pirate hat, and that was really fun and easy to make. And that link for this template will be below, will be on the weekly lesson plan. For math, we added some jewels. We did this little paper right here. It just said to add the jewels Pirate Billy found. So that was a simple addition sheet. For our, let's see, for our story that day, it was Pirates Don't Go to Kindergarten. So that was fun for Thursday. For Friday, Q was for quest. And for the letter sound, we just did the quiet game, of course. And I'll show you our letter Q. We decorated it with jewels, from little jewels like this. Q says as in quest, and we said pirates love to go on quests. They love to find treasure. So we just stuck some little jewels on there, and we played the quiet game. Quiet, set the timer. You have to be quiet. On your marks, say go. And it was really hard, but they had a lot of fun doing that. The art was really cute for this day. We took just a piece of a pool noodle and a straw and a square. We punched a hole at the top and the bottom. I can show you that. So to make the flag, it's just a square. You punch a hole at the top and the bottom, and we drew some little crossbones, a line this way, a line that way, two circles on each end. Circle, 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 circle. And then you just put the straw in to the bottom and then out through the top. And that gives it that little curve. We put it on a pool noodle, and that worked really great. We actually floated that in a little bucket of water. So that was the art for Friday. And the math was this sheet right here. I taught skip counting. So I said, we're going to pick up the coins, but we're not going to go in order. We're going to skip one, and we're going to get the next one. Going to skip one, and we're going to get the next one. Skip one, and so forth. And so at the end, we just said all the numbers that we circled, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And that's how you count by twos. For our story time, hold on, let me see that really quick. Oh, it was How to Be a Pirate by Sue Weiss. So I think that is everything for the week that you need for some pirate fun learning activities this summer. I'll see you next time. For the next one is transportation. So I'll see you next week. Have fun.